Howdy, Earthlings. We're live, and we are checking out the Dolly's Factory Enter the Greenhouses update. I was going to start exactly at 3, but I was sleepy, and I didn't set an alarm, so I just kept sleeping. So, it's fine though, because I've noticed that a lot of the updates tend to not come out exactly at launch, which is fine. There's issues and stuff like that when it comes to getting things out on time. It's not something that can be helped, but I don't feel like sitting here playing Chicken Rocket for the first 30 minutes of my stream. So it's fine. I just slept. Now we got Enter the Greenhouses, Enter the Greenhouse again, 2 new plushies, new mini boss zone, a new mini boss zone, Linnea the Gracious Gardener, and then okay, there we go. And Shrooby the Nerdiest Scientist. Crichton's got a skin, bug fixes, tools, and more bug fixes. Okay, well, let's open this up. Enter daily. And then let's start immediately by opening up rejects and seeing if I've got any progress towards them. I don't, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I won't just get them flat out. So we're gonna run into them, and then we're gonna quit the run and see if, after I got research for both of them, if it just gives them to me flat out like it did last time. So let's just get going. I don't want to know what the charms do. I'll wait until I got it. Update's very buggy right now. That's fine. As long as we can run into the enemies and get their research. Alright, I was leveling this charm. Been getting them around 4-4, so it should be quickly. So yeah, we're just gonna hop in, we're gonna run into them real quick and get the research, and then I'll quit out and we'll check them back in the lobby and see if I unlock them instantly like last time. Or if I have to do it the slow way with everybody else. Yeah, the UI did get an update. I like that the HP bar and stamina are centered, like they do in Skyrim. It's better for it to be centered in these games where it requires us to focus on the center of the screen a lot more, like, you know, shooters or games like this where we aim at the center. It's kind of annoying for it to be at the corners, especially if you got like a bigger monitor. But it also, if I move my head here, you can see that Spinette got a huge update to the UI of her abilities too. Look at that. That goes so hard. But now we got like a visual representation of the abilities. Well, we did before, but this one is like, I don't think they had to update Spinet's because Spinet's was so recent. But it's there, and the art style kind of makes it look like emojis. Here, I'll move my fat head again. And then we got a visual representation for when the sprint's on. The zone UI is stuck at 12, because we are definitely not at 12. They changed the icon for the fluff as well. They changed the icons for pretty much everything. It's not showing the controller icons for my abilities either. It's showing the PC ones. What's that star icon in the center? Okay, it's our buffs now. The buffs now appear at the bottom middle of the screen. They've been pushing out a lot of updates. I worry about the team. Oh no, that's not good. Reject Shrooby. I'll get the train fixed and meet you on the other side. What is this? What is this? Can I use ball in the targeting state? Oh, right, because I got my thing up. There's the evil Shroob. Oh. It's like a rhythm minigame. It's like when you play the long notes on Guitar Hero. Does he not do anything? No, he doesn't. Alright, I gotta go grab research. Oh, there's poison. There's poison. Oh, okay. The stages are linear. This is kind of similar to something I suggested for Dandy's World. I suggested that there be a Dandy's World mode where it's a long hallway and we go from one end to the other, and then we're trying to get through and survive the enemies instead of you know, doing the machines randomly. Oh, that's weird. Interesting, too. So, it looks like the fog follows the reject Shrooby. And we're supposed to finish the machines before the reject Shrooby gets past them. It makes it too hard to finish the machines. So Shrooby is working effectively as a timer to stop us from accessing the end of the stage. And then the bush lady, Linnaeus, or Ferb, or whatever, is attacking the people that are on machines. This is good, though. Mixing up and adding more objectives is good. I just didn't expect this idea I had to get to implemented into a game. I know Freya's been watching my videos, so it's funny to see an offhanded mention like this idea get fully implemented as a stage. I wonder if Freya was watching that video and got it from there. The golden barrels give you research, collect them? Oh, okay. Save that for the next time we get it. I don't think the new machines are optional. I think if you get the floor, you're gonna have them, and it's the only machine. It looks like they're designed specifically for that floor. We're gonna wait for that floor to show up again because I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy trying to learn the mechanics. Did they cut my distance? Did they cut the distance of Spinette's move? I can't... Can someone stand by the exit so that I can, zip over? Come back, please. They made it a little harder, it feels like. Did they finally fix my favorite thing? That makes the Jelly Bell Force so easy. But it looks like they made it harder to do. We'll do one more of the greenhouse floor. I'll try to actually grab some research this time. I got too distracted with the mechanics. I think they got it. No, they only got one. Alright, I got it. Oh, they fixed the auto sprint thing. That's another thing I complained about. I just assumed it was an issue with Roblox's sprint stuff, not the game. Yeah, so normally when you sprint on controller, if you run out of sprint, you'll continue to try to sprint even when there's 0 stamina. So when you do get some stamina back, it'll continue to do the sprint. It looks like that's been fixed. Now it cancels the sprint when you run out of stamina. So that's just something that makes playing on controller a little better now. It's a low quality of life thing. It's not super important, but you notice it when you don't have it. No, that sprint thing, I think it's something you have to intentionally put into the game. I don't think it comes standard. Which is why I was saying it's a thing with Roblox itself and not the game. Looks like they've almost got it if it's Maestro on it. I haven't played much of the DW update yet. I do like the new map. The new map is interesting. It's something similar that I suggested in my first Dandy's World video. I know Freya watches my videos, though. I just didn't think Freya watched those older ones. Yeah, there's a new map. It's a mini boss floor like Doug's. Seems like it's random whether we get it or not. I gotta run up to High Fly 2 and see if they changed if they fixed the correct button display issue yet. It might not be fixed because the HUD is showing F as my interact key for Spinet's ability. So I don't think High Fly is displaying the correct key yet either. Oops. You meant Dandy's World, not Dolly's Factory? I haven't been playing Dandy's World. You keep getting Trump ads? Let me know what the... That's interesting that Trump is taking out ad spots on a children's game. Let me know if you can let me know the exact ads and the company that's taking out the ads, I can put them into a block list so that they can't advertise on my stuff anymore. I don't even know what zone we're on. Okay, we're on 10. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get it again. I guess we'll see. Nope, I didn't avoid it. Nope, the thing didn't go off. It didn't click when I clicked. It didn't go off again when I clicked. Weird. Ah.
Are you done? Story's just begun. I've had enough of your fluff.
It's working now. That machine just was... Those two machines over there were touchy. Oop.
Behold, poor Pillow, this wonderful waltz.
I don't know about a shield limit. I wasn't paying attention. It is not. It's half of the plushie's health, which is weird because they made shields harder to get already, so I don't think they needed to reduce the amount that shields are for. You get research by interacting with the golden barrels or the fluff on their stage. It's not the devs' fault that the game is having bugs. When you're making a game, every piece of code you put into a game is a load-bearing piece of code. There's code that relies on the code, and there's other code that relies on other bits of code. So when you make changes to it to add stuff into the game, you're creating new bugs at the same time, and it's not their fault. It happens with games regardless of the budget. It's just how code works. Each piece of code is like a block in a Jenga tower, so when you remove one or you change one, the other blocks around it also move. It can't be helped. If we ever get the greenhouse stage again, I'll let you know how to get the research. Linnea drops research behind her. Ooh, that's rough. It didn't work. It didn't press when I pressed. It's not my controller. I was using this just earlier to play. There's a caress, but at this point, with only 20 shields, there's no point in grabbing the caress. Not everything can be tested for. And testing in their own private environment is limited. There's only so many things that can be tested for, and some things only happen when live for the whole game. You can only prepare so much. I'm starting to think we're not going to get another greenhouse 4. Alright, let's just go ahead and start over. we'll just bail. Because it's gonna take too long doing 6 machines every time with just 3 people. Let's see. The Cat Plays event is still going on, that's weird. Despite grabbing fluff, I did. Oh, there. I gained some research. They did not. I'm not getting Shrooby from the start this time. That's fine. All right, let's go back and go back to my lobby. So we're gonna do it the way we used to. If we don't get it by floor 5, we restart. Kind of weird that they changed how research works for this. Alright, there's not a ton of people watching today, so I think this is probably the biggest this lobby's gonna get. Come on, everybody. Gonna change my plushie to something faster, though. But yeah, I wonder if maybe a slower release schedule would mean that more of this stuff gets caught beforehand, but I don't really know how Roblox dev works, and I don't know how much you can actually test for before a game goes fully live, before an update goes live. I don't know how you get the research. Things are different. They also changed the HUD a bit for all the characters. It looks like because the icons here for the the items are different. I can that Let's... flower. Need to backtrack into the poison to get it. That sounds annoying. Alrighty. The flowers are for shrubby. Bucket. We did get the greenhouse immediately after getting Doug's floor, so it's possible that we'll still get it here. If you miss even one machine, you can't progress because of the poison. Yeah, that's the challenge. It's supposed to be hard. It still says Zone 12, even though we're not on Zone 12. Seems like this update broke a lot of stuff. There we go, greenhouse. Okay, so we got reject rubies still from the little fluffs. I'm waiting for them to drop it. When do they drop it? I just got that one. Are you sure it's dropped behind them? Because I'm getting it right here. Do Zoro's clones work on the new machines? That's a good question to ask. I don't know. I haven't been focused too much on getting the research. Yes, they do. And I just used it to save the day. Oh, she saw me immediately. The research is finding gold bins for Shroomy and stun Linnea long enough to get her research. We have to stun her to get research? The biggest issue with this is if you have to backtrack into the poison to find a machine, it's impossible to find a machine because of how thick the poison cloud is. I'm gonna die before my clone finishes it. There we go. Butt ton of research right there. So we had to stun her a bunch in order to get her to drop her research. That's so weird. It's weird when none of the other ones worked that way. We're probably still waiting on my clone to finish it, honestly. It looks like we get a ton of research, though, regardless. Alright, let's restart. It's gonna be a long time before we get another one. How much research do we need for these ones? They're 75s, aren't they? Yeah. So we need people who can stun in order to get Linnea's, what's it called, research. Oh yeah, Spinette does a stun, doesn't she? Too port. Too port. Yeah, I don't really know how Linea's research works. I don't get why they changed it just for her. But we only have to do it the one time and then never have to worry about it again. I think the stage being different is enough. I don't think we need a bunch. I don't think we need much different with the bosses. Make reject Shrooby slower. Yes, I do agree that reject Shrooby should be slower. There's barely enough time to finish the machines. There's been a couple of times that we've had to run back into the fog, or I've had to run back into the fog and drop a clone on a machine. The machines also take a long time to finish, so maybe either Reject Shrooby needs to be slower or the machines need to be faster to finish. Here we are again. Seems like it's guaranteed floor 4. We all out of stuns for her? Okay, I think what's slowing us down is me using my clone. I think me using my clone is making this harder. The clone is too slow. Wait, does us doing this check even matter? It looks like it moves the same speed regardless. And it looks like getting it perfect doesn't make it go any faster either. You know what? I don't think it matters if it's my clone or not. It looks like it goes the same speed regardless. The single research. It does? I don't notice a difference. Wait, are these mushrooms safe spots? Because the lighting here is different. Or is that just representative of where the barrels will spawn? Yeah, Linnea's research is annoying so far. Oh, there's two of her. If you want to finish them faster, be Buddy instead of Zoro. That's a good idea, because Buddy gets the instant partial completion. Double research? I hope. Okay. Oh, that was a ton of research. I don't like how that works. They should run into the next room and then start disappearing. Okay, so I don't think it has anything to do with stunts. I think it just has to do with completing the area, and then she despawns, and then she drops her research, and we have to run back and grab the research. Okay, yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with stunts. Alright, let's leave, because it'll be a while before the next one. Yeah, and she did spawn double research. When two of her showed up, we did get double research. Interesting. Interesting. Can stuns be used on Shruby? On Reject Shruby? If so, that's kind of busted. Two of her is a bug? Hey, I will take the bug. I must have missed a research fluff because I was at 25%. Wait, we gotta wait for more people to show up. So do like the skill checks ramp up over time, like they get faster as you perform more correctly? We need more buddies, I'll switch over to Buddy. I was talking with Freya about how some of the characters feel pointless, like in the 7 Deadly Sins video. I was talking about how some feel pointless, like Buddy. Maybe this is their stealthy way of making Buddy better. I don't have any buddy skins. Let's go spend some money on buddy. I don't have enough for a skin. Probably. Nah. Oh wait, anybody got a code for me? We got any codes? They ramp up. Okay, so that's why I couldn't tell the difference. Release is May 15th. Code not found? Oh, release is May 15th. And then you said trans rights. I think I've done trans rights already. Yeah, I did. I think I like the Heartfelt Helper skin more than I like the Bodic Constellation. Yeah, let's just, we'll do Heartfelt Helper. Alright. So, in like 2 more runs, I should have Truby and Linnaeus at least available for play. Oops. Oh, dang it. Oh. The Linnaeus is on the machine, but they weren't lined up correctly with it. If this is Linnaeus, where is Lerb? Scavages to block reject Truby's path for 6 seconds. I think that's a bit silly. I like this buddy skin. Why am I still sleepy? What if we were just able to like we should be able to like trip Shrooby or something. Like do it something like an AT-AT in Star Wars. We just put a rope around his ankles and watch him trip. How hard is the new floor for solo play? I have no idea. I'd have to try it solo. Very hard. Solo players are gonna cry. Maybe they'll do it where like Shrooby's speed is tied to the amount of players in a lobby. Yeah, Shrooby's agender or something, right? Which is funny because mushrooms, they have 10,000 different sexes. So that's mushroom lore accurate. Well, we got time. The greenhouse is still new. It'll probably grow on us. Or at the very least, when we're done with all the research, we won't care. Because you got to keep in mind that like there's two versions of the stage. There's the version you play when you're new to the game and you have to get all the research, and the version you play where you're used to the game and don't have to worry about the research anymore. Oh, well, that was my bad. I was trying to use up my ability so that we could make it go faster. Why did it not work? It didn't work. Why did it not work? Wait, can we get her research each zone? So maybe it is stuns based because I saw that person stun them. So can we stun them enough each floor, each zone to get a bunch of research? It only works per machine for Buddy. Oh, well, I guess it's still faster. She dropped her research in the smoke. She dropped her research in the smoke. Back left corner, behind Shrooby. Here, my thing's up. Let me get it. There, go ahead and finish it if you want. You can stun her multiple times per zone. It's like each version of her that shows up is a separate instance. Hi, Nix. Please don't walk across my desk, you know better. She's wilting. Get back there. Yep, this is honestly just not a good way to get research. I don't like having to get research that way. There's going to be players committing suicide trying to get that research. I wouldn't count on it staying like that, because I'm probably going to complain about it after this stream. Yep, see, there's already someone down trying to get the research. Alright, bail time. Next, please. Please. Go annoy someone else. Come on. There's 3 other people in the house. You only want to bug me because you hear me talking. Yeah, we got a lot more research that way. It does look like it is somewhat stones related, or maybe it looks like it's supposed to happen per zone. I can't really tell. Like, I want to say it's not stun related because I see it happening without anyone having to hit them. I think maybe it's supposed to happen per zone, and it's not always working per zone. Almost done, though. Well, almost to the point that I can play one of the characters. One more run and I can get Shrooby. And then still have another 30% at least until Linnaeus. Just found out it's complete machines in that zone, but I think stun is faster. Yeah, maybe don't play Jinx, because Jinx is just going to teleport away Linnaeus, which is going to make it harder to get the research for her. It might teleport her into a spot that's harder to reach, or it might make it harder to get her. Alright, let's go. Yes, hi. You sure you don't have anything better to do? You don't have, like, cat things to do? You don't want to go, like, sit in a windowsill or something? Like, I have the window open. No, you have to be here? Yeah, I know. Sorry, there's not a lot of room here. This is a desk, it's not a couch. That's why I was saying you should go bug one of the people that are sitting out there on the couch. You really don't get it, do you? You really are just a dumb little kitty. Ow. 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 Yes, you heard my cat. Nyx is a very vocal cat. Are you a chatty catty? Well, not when I ask you, I guess. I wasn't paying attention that there was a constellation skin for Zorro. That's kind of cool looking. I think a machine that's based off of mixing items could work, but we already got the greenhouse stage, so if they were ever going to implement that, they would have implemented that here. But yeah, maybe make it so that you have to collect a specific item and then put it into the machine and then interact with the machine. Yes, they're doing refunds on on something, and you're getting your Dolly bucks back. I don't know exactly what it was for though. Oops. Flower. Yeah, that's been happening. Linnaeus is dropping the research in the gas. I don't know if they're supposed to. It feels like they're not supposed to. You could buy the characters without research, which was a bug. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot we gotta buy the characters afterwards. I shouldn't have spent my Dolly bucks on a skin. I will do enough runs to get the characters. I don't know exactly how many I'm gonna do. It's been going quick, so I'm probably just gonna max out the research. There we go. I boosted it. What is that sound? Y'all hear that, right? Oh, Rocky's overclock item. It sounded like a bug scuttling. Okay, she's dying, she's dying. Come get the stuff. Hurry up, lady. The animation takes too long, and that makes it also harder to get the stuff. Linnea. Okay, I keep putting an S on her name because it looks like Phineas. Oh, I'm gonna be able to get Shruby after this. Alright, we just have to be careful and lure Linnea out of the gas before we wrap it up. It looks like it's not stun-based. It looks like it's just finishing the machines. No, she didn't drop research. Oh, maybe it is stun. Okay, is it both? Is it both stuns and? Is it both? Oh, well, here's a fun glitch. I am dead. You can fall and not get onto the train. Be careful of that, I guess. Alright, well... I guess I need 100%. I'm at 71% for that. Okay. Don't join. I'm gonna have to go back into my lobby because we got one more still. Read book if needed. Am I not doing enough reading by playing the game? Yeah, I'll do more runs after I get Shruby. Because I'm going to need to get money. I'm going to need to get the Dolly bucks together to get Shruby. Because like a bozo, I bought a skin. Big stretch. This didn't take too long, though. It took about an hour to get everything. The little froggy jump scare, I saw that. It's crazy that we actually have a reason for people to play Buddy. Again, the button press didn't work. Sometimes button inputs just aren't registering. Is that happening to anyone else, or is it just controller people? Or is it just controller on PC people? Oh, what a jerk move. Whoever dropped that pallet's a booger. What account should I add in case you do runs again? Oh, you add me, Soft Panda. Could we possibly get Maestro too? If Maestro appears on the 5th floor, we'll stay for the 5th floor and do it. Otherwise, we're gonna reset again. Also depends on whether or not I die to falling under the train again. Again, it didn't register the input. Sometimes it just doesn't, and I don't know what does it. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not pressing anything else when I'm doing it. It's a bug. It's been saying that. For some reason it says we're on zone 12 when we're not. I forgot to put on the Kepley costume. I could be a Kepley right now. Yes, I'm going to do a video on this update, definitely for how to unlock the characters, as well as guides for the characters themselves, because people are going to need the help. It is not obvious how you get them. People are saying Shruby is a girl or is agender. If they're agender, it makes sense because mushrooms have way more genders than humans do. Hey! I got stuck. Well, that was over quick. Truby doesn't look like a mushroom. Truby looks like a rose bush. Okay, so Shruby has any pronouns, which means Shruby's probably non-binary. Yeah. I think that's why people are saying that Shruby's costume should be the main, the default costume, because it matches with, like, the other stuff. Alright, Stunner. Go, my Jelly Bell warrior. Strike! Yeah, I see. Y'all get faster over time. I wonder if Maestro would actually be the most efficient on these. Now you're supposed to hit the plant monster, not the mushroom. Zap the plant monster. There you go. Do we have to do it multiple times? She's not wanting to leave. Ow. There's a new one popping up. What is going on? I don't understand if they have to be stunned or not. We've seen the same one get stunned twice. 3 times now. There, I got it. I think. No? Okay, now I got it. Maybe stuns are supposed to work, but they just don't always work. There we go. There's one going. And there goes that one. Okay, so stuns are supposed to work. They're just touchy. Yeah, I see the little ants. Careful, you can fall into the gap between the train and the edge. Oh. We're gonna stick around and see if Maestro's on the next one. If Maestro's on the next, not on the next one, we'll leave. Because Gumzilla said they needed Maestro progress. Yes, you stunned him. You did fine. It's just, it looks like it's not consistent on whether it's stun or not. The soft panda that's me is Panduh. Yeah. Soft panda. Okay, it's Jelly Bell. We can bail. Let's see. We got enough for Shroobies. We need 13 more. So now we're going to probably go for long runs rather than short runs, so that we can get the Dolly bucks together to pay for Shrooby and Linnea. I don't see them in here. Oh, do I have them for free again? Yeah, I've got them for free again. I just had to get the research progress. Oh, I have them unlocked in here too. I had them unlocked the whole time again. I gotta get better at checking. I had them unlocked the whole time. $2K, dang. Yeah, it happened with Highfly as well. I just didn't check thoroughly. Alright, let's go ahead and read what the goober does. Yeah, 3 abilities. Okay. Slightly below average health, average stamina, slightly below average speed, above average stealth, which doesn't really matter. Stealth isn't that useful in this because the AI is weird. And then above average efficiency. I'd rather we take 2 points out of the stealth and maybe give them to health and speed, or maybe put them in efficiency. Collect flowers and brew potions to buff nearby allies. Repeated flowers in a concoction amplify their effect. Dash through a spore network. Chasers lose sight for 2 seconds. Okay, if we have something that makes us lose... makes enemies lose sight on us, then we probably don't need the extra stealth, so all the more reason that, like I said, to not have the stealth so high. Terrified, being chased drains health. After escaping, gradually regenerate half of the health lost. Never mind, we need the stealth. Being chased drains health. After escaping, gradually regenerate half of the health lost. That sounds annoying. This sounds like an annoying character to play just because of that. Alright, let's go. Oh, wait, I need to check the trinket. Receive a random common, uncommon, rare tool at the start of a round if you have an empty slot. I'm not in the train, y'all. Where is the other one? We should have 3 trinkets. No, wait, we need to max out the other one still. So just receive a free item at the start of round. Not great. Alright, let's go. What they're saying is I think what they're saying is Shrooby creates like a cloud of spores, and no wait, spore network. Do they mean mycelium? Do we go underground for a bit and lose enemies? I guess we'll see. Oh, the art for it is kind of crazy. Down on D-pad. Okay, so it kind of works like a blink. You teleport forward a short distance, and then you lose the enemies behind you. So it's a short-range teleport that makes enemies lose track of you. We'll have to see how it looks when I'm not blocked by a structure or something. They are very fast with the things I have on. Pretty sure the ability doesn't dash forward. You just keep moving forward. Well, I'll have to see. Weirdly, it's down on D-pad for controller, which isn't very good for a teleport ability or a movement-based ability because we had to take our thumbs off the stick in order to use it. So I personally don't think I'll be playing Shruby for very long. No, it's a short-range teleport. The potion mixing thing adds an interesting bit of complexity to it. I don't know if I want to do that or if I would rather just play a different character who has those buffs more easily. Give shield. Give speed. Brew it. Oh, a little too fast. A little too fast. And it gave 10 shield for 1 shield point. Or maybe I had some shield already, I don't know. The buff doesn't seem to last too long, but it does seem to be a powerful buff. In which case, it should be a powerful buff because... let's see, 30 seconds for 40%. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good trade-off. It's a long-lasting buff, and it's powerful, so... It does make sense that it takes as much time as it does, and it takes as many items as it does for it to work, so it's a fair trade-off. I just don't know if I'd rather do that or just play Maestro and press my left trigger. I think I'd rather just play Maestro and tap left trigger. The color of the bar changes when you're within the perfect range, so you can let go early. So you know when you can let go. There she goes. I'm pretty terrible at when it comes to picking up items. So a stamina restoring one. I may as well not grab that. There we go. Just 1% more for Linnea. There we go. Still gonna grab it because it's a good amount of stuffing samples. Yeah, it's just a short-range teleport. Oh, okay, she can see me through objects. Yeah, I don't think I like playing Sherby. Okay, this gives Sunseed buff. It doesn't say what Sunseed buff does. Loop Wart. So I think it's the individual separate buffs for Loop Wart and Sunseed. It looks like stamina, and then that looks like maybe cooldown speed. Yeah, I don't think I'd like Sherby. I don't think I'm going to be playing Sherby long term. I think this will probably be the one and only run, other than for working on a guide. Sunseed is efficiency. Don't leave. If we get to zone 6, we have a chance of getting greenhouse. I'm done with the greenhouse. We're gonna keep playing until I get bored, I guess. I can kind of see why they may have reduced the shield stuff with Linnea being available and Linnea providing so much stuffing samples. It kind of throws off the economy of stuff. Hi, Nix. What's up? What's up, Keycat? Oops. I was using an item at the same time that popped up. That was fast. Good amount of stamina, though. I don't really see that many plants on the stages, so I'm not really getting an opportunity to pick and choose what buffs I want. Mostly kind of just stuck with whatever I see. Because we're not on any floor long enough for that to be a thing we need to worry about. And I can't collect more flowers until I use the potion that I've got on me. Get the recall button if you can. Hit the recall button. Hit the recall button. I find those machines to be boring. I don't need the research, but having more samples is good. Poor Felicia's not going to be able to bank off of those. Every point she gets, she's going to lose immediately. Can I say hi to your little bro? Hello, little bro. Yeah, like, look at how much research I got here. I came here with, like, 90. Alright. We need Maestro. You need to get over there. Someone with high efficiency needs to get over there and do it. Oh, there's more than one unfinished machine. This is terrible. If it gets to this point, they should just kill us off. Okay. I don't like these floors. Alright, higher health, lower stamina, average speed, lower stealth, lower efficiency. Peaceful Meadow casts an area of magical nature to protect plushies and provide various hidden buffs. Cocoon in a peaceful meadow to regenerate 5 HP. Becomes immobile while healing. Provides a shield sprite to all plushies when you enter the zone. They absorb up to 3 damage before disappearing. Okay, she's a lot of support then. Alright. Yeah, whoever was playing Maestro, you should have been much more on top of doing the machines. You should be first to those machines every time since you do them the fastest. Don't worry about stealing or anything like that. Worry about finishing it. Alright. I don't know what stuff to use. I guess this stuff is fine, my usual stuff. It's weird that we can see Shrooby's plants. Also, does having multiple Shroobies increase the spawn of Shroobies? Shroobies flowers and stuff like that? Like, does having more Shroobies have more flowers? Or do y'all share flowers? In which case, there's diminishing returns on having multiple Shroobies. You shouldn't have more than one Shroobie per team. But if having multiple Shroobies increases the amount of flowers per stage, then I guess it's okay to have multiple Shroobies. 90% cooldown. Wait, why does it show? It shows the spider icon at the bottom for her cocoon ability. Did they nerf speed? I don't know. I feel the same speed. I don't feel any different. So I can only use my cocoon ability when I have the vines up, it looks like. Probably to make up for that I'm going to be hanging out in the vine area. I kind of like Linnea because Linnea heals in a different way than you'd expect. She's not as direct as a lot of characters. Use Linnea's ability to block a redirect Shruby. That's true. I could use her ability to put up a heal field and then help me resist some of the damage I would take from the poison field. Yeah, people are saying that her ability works like Triton's old ability. That's what Keta said, at least. Oops, I failed that one. I'm curious about the poison thing now, so when Shruby gets close, I'm gonna go stand in Shruby's field and see if it actually mitigates the damage all that much. Maybe they made her deal with Shruby. Here's my chance as soon as that creature dies. Nope, not gonna die. Huh? Ow. Ton of health, though. Well, it's not going to mitigate the shield, of course. I should have waited for the shield to empty first, because this is going to wear out. It wasn't healing through the poison. these new machines, so Maestro doesn't need to worry about it. Efficiency doesn't affect the new machines. So it really is just like we need to have buddies. So, it's a machine that's supposed to make it so we don't use characters like Maestro or Zoro to deal with them. It's to make... It feels like they're just there to make Buddy better. I wouldn't say it's one specific character. I think Linnea might be able to do solo floors herself, too. She can get to the door once the fog catches up and then hang out by the door. She does have a lot of health. No, Keta's saying the machines are fast enough to complete if you do the minigame well. So it sounds more like skill issue. I don't know, I'll have to try it solo some. I think maybe Shruby shouldn't pick up speed when you change zones to catch up, because our reward for doing well should be that Shruby's super far behind us. I think Shruby's probably just a little too complicated for me. I don't want to do all that extra work just to get a speed boost or a cooldown reduction when I can just play High Fly and choose a lesser one that's on all the time. Why do we have little fairies following us around? Reduce poison accumulation from the poison clouds and greenhouses by 20%. Oh, they've added poison clouds, which means we have poison swamps, which means this is a Souls-like. We're playing Dark Souls. Every Dark Souls game has a poison swamp. Shield Spear protecting from hits, okay. Starting to get real tired of seeing this dude. I activated that too late, I think. I guess these machines are also like done as equalizers to make non-efficiency based characters as good as other characters. Because if you think about it, healers and stuff like that are usually not on machines that often. So by having these machines not go based off of efficiency means that it's machines that anybody can use. We missed one? Yeah. I'm gonna go stand in the cloud. Yeah, it's not healing me. Okay, the cocoon is what heals me, and the cocoon does not last long enough to mitigate that. So what does my ability do if it's not healing? I thought that's what this ability does. Oop. It's a wall? It does not look like a wall. Rejects aren't allowed to enter it. Okay, I guess it's to make it so that doing these machines are easier. I don't know what the trinkets are yet. I haven't gotten the trinket for Linnea yet. Yeah, 90 seconds is a long wait for that. Yeah, that heal does practically nothing. Okay. Yeah, never mind. The heal on this is terrible. That ability is only useful for the the machines in this poisonous area. Her heal needs to be stronger. Yeah, a 5 self heal when you have 100 HP is crazy low. Linny is too weak, and Shruby is too complex. I don't see either character being popular for very long. There's of course going to be people who have them as like favorites because they like their aesthetic or themes or whatever, but I don't think I don't think in the terms of like gameplay, I don't think they're S tier characters or anything like that. Linny is a character who's only useful on a fifth of all floors. Five HP infinitely? It's only when her cocoon is up, and her cocoon can only be used once every 90 seconds. Maybe do away with the cocoon thing and make it so that her field gives everyone in it 5 health over time, because then at least you can explain it away with it's giving everybody health. Also, she's lazy. Look at this. But yeah, like Keta said, you may as well use one of the other healers if that's the case. Yep, he can't enter it. Okay. That doesn't really matter outside of greenhouses. Shruby is okay. Shruby gets a big enough buff that warrants the difficulty of the ability. I just rather use a character who has a weaker version of the ability that's more reliable and easier to pull off. Shruby lacks consistency. Because Shruby requires you to find the correct items, use the, collect the correct items, and put them all together into, you know, a potion. It takes time to craft the potion and then drop the potion, and then it stays in that little area of effect. I think Shruby's biggest problem is the lack of consistency, because you don't control what flowers appear in a stage, you only control which ones you pick. And you don't control how many flowers appear in a stage, so Shruby just has a big consistency problem. There's not a reason to play Shruby over someone like Highfly, who has complete control over their passive, their ability, even if that ability is weaker. Even if Highfly's ability is weaker, it has 100% uptime, whereas Shruby's has extreme downtime. I guess this is okay for high traffic zones. Like, you have no control over whether Shruby is gonna see a flower that increases speed or a flower that increases efficiency or cooldown. But with High Flight, you just set the correct tape and that's it. I do like the redesign of this map. It's much more in line with how things look now. Oh, you didn't have to get off the machine. I don't need money. I get the characters for free now, I guess. Yes, it'd be worthwhile to equip the megaphone, but also I think it would be more worthwhile to just play a different character than Linnea. I mean, why would I choose to equip the megaphone when I could pick a character that doesn't have a long cooldown and has an ability that's more directly useful in all the floors? I like how I can still go inside the train. But, like, if you have to play Linnea, I guess using the megaphone is fine. But I don't think you're going to be using her ability so often that you need it constantly off of cooldown. Her ability is only going to be useful on greenhouse stages and maybe once per floor for the harder to... the high traffic ones, like the ones in the center of the map. Yeah, next time we get a greenhouse, I'll drop her ability in front of Shruby, but it is only going to stop Shruby temporarily, and Shruby has a catch-up mechanic if you're too fast. If you're too fast, Shruby's speed will increase until Shruby's in the next room with you. So getting that much faster than Shruby doesn't really matter. It's only useful if you're behind. But if you're behind, you have bigger problems than Shruby. Yeah, like right here, using her ability is useful. But also just playing a character who can do machines faster would be more useful than this too. And she doesn't heal her teammates from what I can see, so like her heal is just self-healing, and even then it's only 5. And they do that because they think that people will sit there and abuse the thing. They really think someone's going to sit here for 90 seconds and wait for it to come off of cooldown just so that they can heal 5 HP. That's why they can't make it higher. If they make it higher, someone will sit there and wait for the cooldown to get the HP. They think people are going to sit there and abuse it and wait there for it. And yeah, someone will do it in order to get to the highest floors. But we got locations where that's just not possible, like the greenhouse. Hidden buffs? I don't know anything about the hidden buffs. I can't see y'all's bars. These are public. Well, no, they're friends only. They're friends only runs. It doesn't show the abilities. Well, I guess that's what makes them hidden. Oh, okay. I thought if I leave it, it would not work. I guess the zone stays up for a good amount of time. I don't think they're bad characters. I just think you're better off playing different characters. They can't make Linnea's ability any better, because if they make Linnea's ability too good, people are just going to sit here and wait for it to come off of cooldown and keep healing themselves back to full HP before they continue a floor. And then you'll get people who are like on floor a billion on the leaderboards. She can't have a self-heal that's too strong. Also, her ability is, I guess, useful here because the spinettes just are all over the place. I wonder if it stops the one from coming down from the top, though. Probably not. I'll have to see. Definitely doesn't stop it. But I resisted the hit, it looks like. Oops. So that's useful once a floor. For Shruby, I'd rather play High Fly, and for Linnea, I think I'd rather play just about anybody else. You don't have to angle up the camera. If the camera starts to darken and zoom, that's when the spinettes are coming down. Takes up a lot of space in these zones. Oh, she saw me through the tree. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to test this on Shruby. I'll test it with the next cooldown I have. Sorry, my thing's off cooldown. Shruby's supposed to start hauling cheeks when you change zones. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's picking up speed. Yes, it does stop him for a bit. So they designed this ability around working in the greenhouse mostly. He's supposed to pick up speed when we change zones, though. Can we start killing these? Can someone kill these? I'm gonna die. Nope. Yep. You can just see me through everything, can't you? Are we all just dying here? Is that what's going on? Can't do the machines? Yeah, there's too many. So it seems like we have to have someone here to stun them. Alright. No, just die. I'm not a fan of these floors. Hopefully, they get improved in some patches. I don't know if they do playtest servers or whatever, but if they don't, they probably should. Alright, let's take a look at that trinket. For every shield tool you use, gain a shield sprite, max of 2. That's not too bad, I guess. What exactly does the shield sprite do, though? They absorb up to 3 damage before disappearing. Okay. That's kind of like the shield thing that I pitched for a character that I suggested. I suggested a character that uses a similar mechanic, a shield that goes over the shield that only has 1 HP, and it just it takes one of any hit. Okay. And then that item makes it so shields give a shield sprite, which I guess is not too bad. But now that we got the poison floors, that's not incredibly useful because they'll just disappear after taking a couple poison hits. Yeah, I don't think I'll play Shruby or Linnea long term. I think I'm probably going to go back to Maestro or Zoro. Or High Fly if playing in a group. I think that's actually going to be it for the stream tonight, too. I gotta make some shorts on how to get these characters fast. So I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching.